Welcome back, Metas. Today I'm going to cover everything you need to know about crop farming, from deviants to setups and much more. So let's get started. First, let's start with the basics. To begin farming, you'll need to unlock the mimetic, just like with many other things in the game. You can find the mimetic for farming under the logistics tab. You can start as simply as using loamy soil and a seed, but this has its downsides. The first downside is that loamy soil is not as efficient as a planter box, which increases the growth speed of the seed planted in it. The second downside is that each loamy soil costs a facility and a furniture slot, making it less efficient overall. So for this guide, we will focus on using planter boxes. Just like in real life, you also need seeds to grow plants, which brings us to the next topic. There are currently 29 seeds in the game, each with its own specific grow rate and conditions. You can easily see this by pressing F on a planter box and hovering over the seed. You don't need to have any seeds in your inventory to do this, allowing you to prep beforehand. Most seeds can be obtained in the wild by collecting plants, which gives you a chance of also getting a seed. However, some seeds need to be purchased from merchants in the city. Additionally, there are certain cabinets you can loot that may also contain random seeds from that region. Once you obtain the seed of your choice, you'll want to optimize its growth process, which leads us to fertilizers. Fertilizers come in different types and tiers, which you can unlock in the same mimetic tree just below the planter boxes. Let's start with the simple one, basic fertilizer, which can be obtained by placing down a compost bin and putting most types of food and spoiled food inside it. Over time, the food will turn into fertilizer. The best way I've found to farm fertilizer is by going to any beach and gathering shells and seaweed. These can be converted into fertilizers or left to spoil, turning them into spoiled food. Basic fertilizer provides a 30% boost on your next harvest, which is already useful, but we can make it even better by using advanced fertilizers. There are 5 different craftable fertilizers, 4 of which can be learned through mimetics, and 1 through specialization. Yield Boost Fertilizer increases the yield of your harvest. Growth Boost Fertilizer speeds up the grow rate of your crops. Breeding Boost increases the seed yield of your harvest. Mutation Boost increases the chance of your crops becoming deviated crops. And lastly, Improved Compound Fertilizer, which comes from specialization, increases both yield and mutation chance but slows down the growth rate. If you're struggling to find ingredients for your yield and breeding boost fertilizers, try this spot. There is a cave that you can jump into which is rich in scarlet calamus and mushrooms, and there is a constant respawn allowing you to gather them repeatedly. All plants have specific threshold for water and sunlight, which must be maintained in the green zone. If these levels fall into the yellow zone, the plant's growth will slow down. If they drop into red zone, growth will be extremely slow or may stop altogether. The light bar can be satisfied either with natural sunlight or grow lights. I highly recommend using grow lights since they are far more reliable. You can unlock grow lights in the same mimetic tab as the planter boxes. Keep in mind that each grow light requires electricity, so you'll need to invest points in the electricity mimetics, but trust me, it's worth it. Grow lights are consistent and customizable. You can easily adjust the amount of light they emit by pressing F. For optimal usage, place your grow lights on a ceiling that is 2.5 floors high, which is the maximum height that it will allow the light to cover the largest area. Grow lights will light up a rectangular area, so direction of them matters. For water, you can use either boiled or pure water. However, if your crops are exposed to rain and you don't have a roof over them, they will absorb dirty water, which decreases growth speed. There are currently no way to drain water out of plots other than breaking and replacing them. But be careful, doing so will destroy any plants already growing. At this point, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All of this information is useful, but it's even better when you know how to put it into practice. I'll show you a foolproof build that works every time. First, build a roof that's 2.5 floors high. Once skeleton is complete, place your plots. Start with 4 plots in the first row, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, and then place a sprinkler in the middle of the fourth. Continue placing 3 plots on each side of the sprinkler. Replicate the first 3 rows that you have already done. This layout ensures that the sprinkler will water all plots evenly as it waters in a circular pattern. Next, place your grow light directly above the sprinkler, ensuring it covers all the plots. After setting this up, supply water to the sprinkler by placing a water tank on top of an elevated surface like a chest. Connect an osmosis purifier to another water tank, which then feeds into the sprinkler. One purifier can support up to 4 sprinklers, which will require 2 pumps. If you don't have a water source, simply skip the water pumps and use more water tanks to manually collect and store dirty water. Once the setup is complete, adjust your sprinkler and grow light intensity according to the plant you want to grow. The most common setting that works for most plants is 84 grow lights and 74 sprinklers. There are currently 3 backpack upgrade specializations you can use to increase your yield even more. Gardening gloves increases the chance of getting extra seeds with each harvest. Harvesting sickle increases crop yield when harvesting. Portable compost bin consumes spoiled food from your inventory and converts it into craftable fertilizer or mushrooms. But that's not all. We can also use deviants to help our crops. Here are some deviants that can assist with your crops. Grow Shroom increases crop growth speed, harvests crops, and replants them automatically, though it won't allow the use of fertilizer. Rain Man aids in watering plots and keeping them at perfect level. However, this only works for a single plot. Buzzbee hovers over a plot, increasing the likelihood of it becoming deviated crop. However, this also works for a single plot. You might be wondering what deviated crops are and why they matter. Well, deviated crops are special because they never go bad and can be used to craft stronger recipes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in. I hope I answered all your questions about farming. If you found this useful and want to see more content that will help you in your gameplay, make sure to hit that subscribe button and comment down below your thoughts. Until next time, take care.